Look, I've worked a customer service job at a pokey place for 5 months now. Not long, but I've learned some things. Now, I consider myself a pretty laid back person. Sort of very apathetic, really. I just don't give a fork. But serving people for 5 hours a day when your menu is four sections of this or that questions where it seems easy enough to understand everything because it's right in front of them and the prices are right on the wall behind me where they are staring gets a little. Mm. So, if you don't want to be the worst, then follow these tips and we will tolerate you to the highest extent. We might even like you. And I'm allowed to say this because I have to work the front line all the time because I'm one of the newest people and the only other new person only shows up 1 day a week because that's the only time they're available. 1. Don't come in 5 minutes before closing, especially if there is a line. Trust me, we're all flustered at that point. We all want to start cleaning up so that we can go home as fast as we can. I can't tell you how many times people have walked in 3 to 5 minutes before closing and then sat down to eat. Most of the time, I really don't care because I have a bunch of cleaning to do anyway, and you just want to sit and you were nice, so I like you. I'm just gonna let you sit and do your thing, and once I have to get the vacuum out to clean, then I'll tell you where you're usually gone by that point. You're fine. I really don't mind people sitting a little after. 2. Don't make us repeat every single choice more than 2 times. If you don't get it by then, I subconsciously start saying it even faster and less preppy, so there's no way you're gonna get it now. I'm sorry. I don't mean to, it just happens. Okay, but hold on. I want y'all to understand a little monologue of questions I have to ask. And this is without all the extra questions people ask me in return. Okay, ready? Here we go. This is how you make a poke bowl. White rice, brown rice, or salad. Seasoning on the rice, and for your proteins, salmon and decaying cost extra. All the regulars are the regular price. Toppings included are bean sprouts, edamame, cucumber, ginger, green onions, and masago. Seaweed salad and avocado are $1.50 extra. Now the sauces: sesame or chili ponzu, spicy or not spicy. And then this part is where it gets really difficult because I apparently start saying it really fast when I do not mean to. So I've started slowing it down, and I can tell people are very impatient now because they want the first answer. Okay, ready? This is the second choice of sauces: spicy mayo, sriracha, wasabi mayo, or miso. People always want spicy mayo. People always make me repeat that. And sometimes they'll just be like, none. Okay, cool. Time to pay. And ta da, the bowl is done. Everything's great. 3. This isn't really a don't do this, it's more of a why do you do this? Like, humans are weird. Why do they get in line if it's already out the door? You're gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to call my coworker up from the back, and no one likes working the front, so I don't wanna bug them and make them do that. Side note, I love my coworkers, they're all great, and I really like them, and none of us give a crap about if having to work the line, but if choosing to do it or not to do it, we'll all choose not to do it. But we will do it. We do not care. 4. Be confident. Trust your answers even if you're a little confused. It's better to be laughing and loud enough to hear than questioning every choice and speaking way too quietly into the class. Again, I'm fine with it. I get that people have social anxiety and this is a good food, but man, it's so much communication. It's not an ideal choice. But if you want it, we're gonna be accommodating. My favorite is to like accommodate to people with allergies because I know that problem, so I get it. My favorite customers are actually regulars. I've got a few, and honestly, even if it's busy, I will perk up when I see them. Hayden's pretty cool. He gets all nervous and smiley when he sees me. It's funny. Then there's Ben. He's quiet and orders 2 bowls, usually one 3 scoops of tuna and one 3 scoops of salmon. My favorite is actually a weight training dude. I think his name's Edward. I looked it up because I like him. He's the best. He always gets the exact same thing, and it's really simple: extra white rice, 2 scoops of tuna, 1 scoop of spicy tuna, and then 1 scoop of either spicy tuna or salmon. Then he just puts on masago and green onions, gets a second bowl, sometimes a little side of miso, and we're done. He doesn't put on sauces, which is great because it's less work and it's faster. We also have online order regulars. One of them is my childhood neighbor, but I don't think she recognizes me. Sometimes I wonder if my coworkers know our regulars like I do. I mean, they gotta. They've been there longer than me, except for one of them. Corey always seemed to recognize people, but he was pretty chill, so that's just who he was. Like, he'd always say, like, hey man, what's up, whenever anyone came in. I don't think he really had to do if he knew them or not. He was just that type of employee.